Okay, so time now is 3:47, Wednesday, July 30th. Let's see. Okay, 4 hours ago, I was online playing Halo 3 with Sean, and we get to this one Team Slayer match, and the guy in there starts posing philosophical questions, stuff that really makes you think. And what I read a long time ago, this one question is, if you're traveling at the speed of light, okay, and you turn on a flashlight facing away from you, what would happen? And so I posed the question while we were in the middle of the match, and we all started laughing at first, and then we really started thinking about it, and what really would happen. And so what would happen? I don't know what would happen. I know it's not possible to travel the speed of light right now, because you need a lot of energy for it. But it really makes you think as to what would happen. But then I got thinking, right? And I was thinking, okay, a bullet leaves the muzzle of a gun at a couple of hundred, maybe even 1,000 feet per second, something like that. I don't know the exact number. Okay, what happens if you're in a car traveling at the exact same speed as the bullet would leave the muzzle of the weapon you're about to fire? Okay, would the bullet just kind of suspend, in the barrel of the weapon, or would it double its velocity and actually leave the barrel, but it'd be going double the normal velocity if you're staying at rest on the ground? So it kind of goes back to the whole relativity of Einstein's thing. Is so would the bullet be moving its normal speed of, say, maybe 1,200 feet per second? You say that's the bullet speed. Okay, if you fire it at rest, obviously, you're staying still. It would be moving 1,200 feet per second. But if you're moving at 1,200 feet per second in a car and fire it, would it be moving at 2,400 feet per second, or would it just kind of hang there at 1,200 feet per second? It's one of those things that really makes you think. I think it would double its velocity. I think it'd be going at 2,400 feet per second. Because if you think about it, it'd still only be moving at 1,200 feet per second relative to you, who is in turn moving at 1,200 feet per second. When you have one of those moments. Yeah, I just had one of those moments how the hell am I failing school right now? Yeah, I honestly think it would be moving at 2,400 feet per second, because it's moving 1,200 feet per second relative to you, who is in turn moving at 1,200 feet per second. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay, so now what would happen is if a man was standing on ground and fired a weapon right as you passed him in a car, moving the same speed as the exit muzzle velocity of that weapon. would you see the bullet just kind of hanging there in the air, you know, like right outside your driver window? Would just kind of like hang there? What would happen if you touched it? I guess if you're both moving at 1,200 feet per second, it would just kind of like, you know, hang there. You know, what if you touch it? Because the way a bullet hurts you is you're at rest and it hits you, but you're both moving at the same speed. Wouldn't you technically be able to knock it out of the air? It's pretty cool. Knocking a bullet out of the air. So I just need to figure out how to move at 1,200 feet per second. Okay, so back to the light thing. Okay, you're moving at the speed of light, and you turn on a flashlight. What happens? Because technically, you're behind the flashlight, and the light starts to move in, what do you call those things? Waves. So that's move in waves to reach you. So even if you're both moving at the speed of light, you're still technically behind it, behind the flashlight. So would you even see it? I don't think you'd see it. I think it'd just be dark. Because I think it'd be really dark if you're moving over the speed of light, because obviously no light's going to reach you. Wait. So then what would happen if someone shines a beam of light from like a flashlight, say, perpendicular to the way you're coming, over the speed of light? Obviously you would go through the light waves coming from the flashlight, but would you see it? You know, because you're going through it. You don't have to be moving. Huh. I have an idea.